Hey guys, good afternoon. It's important to get out into the wilderness and go and see nature. It's a great way to recharge, great way to train, great way to get yourself ready. If you're not out and rucking, carrying weight over rough territory like this, you're going to be behind the curve, behind the eight ball. Also, if you're feeling stressed out and having a tough time at work or whatever it is you're doing, getting out into nature, looking at the creation that's out here that God made for us to enjoy, you can't help but see his hand. And it might relax you and calm you down a little bit. At the very worst, it's going to give you a few minutes of relaxation in this wonderful nature that's out here. One of the problems we have in our modern world is that we feel like we have to be going 100 miles an hour all of the time. And we miss out on some of the best things in life, like living. So this tree, for example, is about 5.5 feet wide. You ever wonder how much history that tree has seen and how long it's been here? What's gone on? Who's passed by this same tree? You can't do that unless you slow down and take a breath every now and then. So if you are going to get out here and move across rough country, cross country, rather than on a trail, I urge you to not be so focused on the time. A lot of people who get out and ruck, that's what they want to do, is worry about time. Take your time and move slow. Try to move quietly and without disturbing your environment or leaving any trace of your passage. Not from an environmental standpoint, but from a safety standpoint. If I ever need to get out and move cross country with people pursuing me, or whatever the situation is, I'd rather be nice and quiet and not leave any trace. One of the biggest reasons being that if you're ever forced to the point where you have to move cross country in some sort of a collapse or grid down situation, food will always be a concern. And as I mentioned in my books, hunting will be an ongoing activity. You can't hunt while you're moving if you're making all kinds of noise, breaking twigs, and being loud. You have to be quiet and slow in order to be able to see wildlife out here. I'm seeing plenty of bugs today, though. You'll see what I mean? Clearly somebody has walked through here, trampled over stuff. There's some broken twigs, and I'm just getting here, so it's not me. So, leave no trace. Another vital piece of this slow down while moving over rough terrain thing is that if you're carrying a 50-pound pack on your back and you're moving too fast, it's very easy to fall down. And you might break yourself, but more importantly, you might break some critical piece of gear or lose something. And you'll make a whole lot more noise and make a much bigger sign if you fall down. So move slowly and move carefully over rough terrain. It's also best to get out here and try to become a part of nature rather than an observer of it who's just passing through. And if I'm out here and I'm quiet and I'm moving along in harmony, I'm going to see a lot more of nature and I'm going to enjoy it far further than if I'm just banging through here at high speed. You're going to get plenty of cardio going up and down hills and carrying your weight. No need to make it worse. The other thing about going too fast and making too much noise is that you might miss signs of potentially hostile activity in the local area. Like this. Let's address the gray man concept in the woods out here too. There's a lot of folks who say, yeah, I'm going to be the gray man. I'm going to be wearing jeans and a flannel or jeans and a hoodie with my backpacking gear. So that if I'm out in a rural area and someone sees me in the woods, they'll think I'm a backpacker. I assure you, in this environment, if there's a full collapse going on and there are bad things happening or some sort of potential conflict in America, if you're out here in the woods moving slowly, they're not going to think you're anything. They're going to know what you are. They're going to know your opposition. So it's better to be camouflaged when out in this type of environment and not be seen at all. See them before they see you. You can't do that if you're pushing through like a bull. Make it a habit, even when out doing your training rucks, to stop every 100 to 150 meters and take a second, take a knee and look around you, even looking behind you. This is a great habit to get into so that you know if you're being followed or if you're about to run into another group of people out doing the same thing. So to recap, get out, do the things. Do something every day to better improve your position. Not every single ruck needs to be something where I'm just getting in miles for cardio. That's important, but I also need to get out of a rough country and get miles in for training and practical purposes. Get out there and use your stuff. Get out there and practice moving quietly in the woods or even in an urban area, whatever you need to do, whatever your environment is. Get out there and do it. Just make sure we're doing something. So thanks for going along with me on a hike in northern Michigan today, and we will talk to you next time. Tactical Wisdom out.